Springboard Roadshow Foundation, in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation and Solidaridad, present CORE, the COVID-19 Recovery and Resilience Program.
Hello and welcome to the COVID-19 Recovery and Resilience Program, also known as the CORE program. My name is Albert Okran. CORE is an initiative of the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation and Solidaridad. The CORE initiative is aimed at equipping the youth who form the core of the Ghanaian society in areas such as health and wellness, job readiness, and business skills to thrive first now and in a post-COVID-19 pandemic era. CORE is all about learning together and growing together. This will be a very interactive session, so I recommend that you download the workbook for this particular topic, that is doing business with your talent, from the CORE program website, core.com.gh. If you are signed up because you are a national service person in any part of the country or a product of the Yedie program and MASO program, you will have received this in your WhatsApp group to enable you participate in this very interactive discussion. Should you have any questions, comments, or enquiries, you want to send them to us on the CORE program WhatsApp line. That is 055-153-5533. Or you may want to post them in the comment section on your Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page on the CORE program. We would like to remind you that we have clinical psychologists, experts, and counselors on standby to provide answers to your questions and assist you as you embark on this journey. In today's discussion, we will focus on doing business with your talent. Now, many of you reached out and said, you have a talent, but you have more than one. You are multi-talented, or there are a number of things you can do. So which of them should you start? Let me give you 4 things that can help you determine which one to go into first, or which one is your main talent. The first one is passion. What are you very passionate about? What do you talk about and feel that this is my life, this is my assignment, this is my purpose, this is what I was born to do? That is the first test of your main talent. The second one is intuition. Something you didn't learn in school, but you are able to talk about and do correctly without any formal training. The third one is execution. When you get things done correctly and rightly and excellently all the time, that is an idea about what your talent is. And the final one is appreciation. If anytime you sew, anytime you recite poetry, anytime you arrange flowers, people say, wow, my wedding was excellent because the flowers were so beautiful, that is an indication of your main talent. And so those can be used to help you determine which one you want to go with. Recently, I visited a friend who holds a PhD in finance and who works part-time as a pastry chef in her home. And I recall that when she started doing her business as a pastry chef, she was working in a multinational bank at the executive level. So imagine a very senior manager bringing a basket to the office and selling pastries to her colleagues, including the junior staff. But she was very excited about it and very proud of her talent and her work. And she said something that was very interesting to me, that every working day, before the bank opened, she would have saved enough to cover somebody's full day's salary before she started work. That was very interesting. Somebody who did not bother about the fact that she was a very senior corporate executive, but was very happy to use her talent to earn some income and to occupy herself and also exercise her gift that she believed God had given her. If you want to do business with your talent, here are a few tips, a few questions you can ask that would enable you to do it well. So take out your pen as usual, your notebook as usual, and write down these 10 questions. And let's work through them one by one. Question 1, what is my talent? When you write out the questions and you would like some help going through them, you can reach out to us and we'll be happy to assist you to understand what you are doing and to work through all the way to the end. So question 1, what is my talent? Let me use my friend as a case study and say my friend's talent is cooking and baking. Question 2, what can I do with my talent? And my friend will probably write baking pastries. You may want to write driving a forklift or maybe interior decoration. Depending on what you are good at, you would write what you can do with your talent. The third question, who are my target customers? So for what you do, who are you trying to serve? And in my friend's case, it will be staff of offices, banks, hospitals, and other workplaces. So it's very simple. What is your talent? What can you do with it? And who are you trying to serve? Let's go to the fourth question. What are my customer expectations pre-COVID? And so you may want to write things like punctuality, quality of the food, competitive prices, and convenient delivery. After all, these are busy people in their offices who want the food delivered and for them to go quickly back to their work and continue from where they left off. So these will be the 4 things that they'll be looking for. Since COVID-19 has disrupted our world and things are looking different from how they were before, what will be my customers' concerns in and post COVID-19? And then suddenly, new interests will emerge, such as health and safety, avoidance of infection, how clean things are, health and wellness, etc. Now, the 6th question, how do I respond uniquely to my customers' COVID-19 related concerns? So your customers are concerned about health and safety, wellness, avoidance of infection. How do you respond? My recommendation in my friend's case will be number 1, hygienic packaging. So suddenly you want to pay more attention to how hygienic the packaging is. The second thing you want to do is the cleanliness of the staff who are delivering the food. Nice white outfits, and you can show that they are very well apparelled and they are clean. And it communicates confidence to the customer that they are safe. The third thing you want to look at is possibly delivering the food hot, because that gives the impression that it came straight out of a warmer and it is safe. The fourth is possibly social distance in the delivery protocol. So the person can deliver, but maintain some distance and ensure that the person receiving the service is safe. Why are these important? Because if you don't respond to the client's or the customer's concerns, they may want your food, but they will avoid you and you lose business. The 7th point you want to ask yourself is, who are my competitors and what are they offering? If you are into food like my friend serving breakfast, her competitors will be the roadside bicycle breakfast people, or hotels and restaurants, or others who also deliver food to the offices. My friend must now focus on how do these people render their service and how can I make mine unique, different, special, and respond to the concerns of my clients. And that is very, very important. Let's go to the point number 8. Who do I need as I go into this business? And the answer could be an apprentice or assistant because I'm working elsewhere, suppliers of raw materials, the packaging, the food, the vegetables, the meat, etc. Then I need reliable dispatch service to deliver the food to the locations. And then maybe I need a financial or banking partner to finance the business. The 9th question is one of the most important questions we are trying to answer, and that is, what should be our attitude to work? I can tell you that many businesses rise and fall on attitude. So someone may have a fantastic talent, but a very challenging attitude. That means the person may never smile at their customers, may not treat people too well, may not keep their promise, and as a result, they may lose business that could literally help them grow their business, or opportunities that could help them grow their business. Here are 3 simple recommendations on attitude. Number 1, don't despise small beginnings. What you see as a small beginning, something that is not very glamorous, could literally grow to become your full-time profession. I recall somebody sharing a testimony with me about hearing the story that I'm sharing with you about my friend who's the banker and the chef, and going on to take a redundancy package and leaving her job in a financial institution to go and do full-time catering. And at the time she was talking to me, she was telling me this is now her full-time job, and she was earning enough to look after her family, and called this a professional engagement. And I felt very excited for her. But moving on beyond small beginnings, also improve every day. What you do yesterday can't be the same as what you do today. Today must be an improvement upon yesterday, and tomorrow must be an improvement on today. And the third one, invest time, invest money, invest effort every day. Read on your talent, rehearse every day, determined to get better and better and better every single day. And that is the attitude you must have to the work that we do. My 10th and final point is about how to treat your customers. If you want to be world class, your customers are the key to the growth of your business. So treat every customer with respect. Invest in letting your customer know that you appreciate their business, and treat every single opportunity as a World Cup final. Somebody says, work as if this is the last chance that you will get. And when you do that and treat your customers with respect and treat every opportunity as if that is the very last one you will get, everyone will speak well about you. There will be references about the quality of your work, and you will get many more new clients and grow your business as a result. Let me end with a story about how to treat our customers, and I'm sure you will find it very instructive. So this old man walks into a restaurant and tries to place an order, and all the waiters and waitresses escape from him because he doesn't look rich and he doesn't look like somebody who can tip them. But this waitress called Sandra, who has a culture of service and a culture of hard work, goes over to the old man, takes care of him, and the old man takes his time, asks several questions in placing the order, and at a point, you could see that Sandra was stretched in serving him, but she stayed the course and took very good care of him. And when the old man was leaving, he sounded very appreciative. But after he left, something interesting happened. In cleaning the table, Sandra discovered that the man had left his invoice on the table. So she picked up the invoice, and then suddenly 500 Ghana cedis fell out of the invoice. Of course, she was pleasantly surprised that this old man, who didn't look like he was rich, could actually even have 500 Ghana cedis. Being the honest waitress she was, she intended to run after him and give him back his money. But incidentally, she turned the invoice, and there was a note behind the invoice. It said, "Dear Sandra, your manager told me you were good, but I came to check you out for myself. As you can see from my name at the bottom of this note, I own this restaurant and several others with the same name. Now, after seeing your work, I am convinced that you are even better than what your manager told me. I am therefore offering you a new position as the manager of the big new branch we are opening in the mall." Now, here were Sandra's friends who were laughing at her in the corner, suddenly surprised that Sandra, by one act of customer service, was being promoted to become the manager of a bigger branch in the mall. What is the lesson? Serve people well, treat your customers well, and your business will grow. We've shared 10 simple questions you can answer as you try to use your talent to create a business. If you have any questions, send them to us on the WhatsApp line, or write them out and send them to us through the comment section in your social media stream core program or through direct messaging. We'd like to encourage you to keep interacting with us and engaging with our experts by sending your request for assistance, and we'll be very happy to assist you. This has been a core program presentation brought to you by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation and Solidaridad. So we come your way with the next episode. Want to say thank you and God bless you.
In this era, and we spoke about how to allay the fears, but the fears are still real, and the painter also mentioned that people just can't conceive the idea of you coming close to their homes. What would you say to people like that encountering a genuine fear from their clients?
For instance, the gentleman who is doing food, there are delivery services that you can partner with. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have close contact with your client. So that means that's where you have to start advertising your services online, because everybody is online. So online platform payments are on the rise, so you need to be very adaptable. You need to, this is the new normal, and this is the way we'll be doing business for time to come. So, for instance, as I said, the gentleman who is a painter, there are other industries that will require paint services. There are manufacturing companies that are still operating. So you need to find out which sectors are still operating and plug into where they would need your services. So that means that what you're used to is not what would be the trend. You need to be out there. You need to be networked, and I think this is where your network would also come in strongly. Call people that ordinarily you wouldn't call. You need to find out what's going on. So it's very, very crucial that all those, I know that, for instance, with the virtual university that you run, you give out a lot of tips. So go back to your textbook, look at those things that, you were told that ordinarily didn't come to play. A lot of these things are coming to bear now.
Let's go to the thoughts of Edibia, who shared, if I may call it so, a testimony, because hers was about responding differently, and she shared a 4-pronged strategy. And looking at each of them, I think that it speaks to the kind of thinking that we need at a time like this. The first point she made, Constance, for your response, is that she repositioned herself and said this is more about boosting your immune system and not just about food. So she seems to have spoken to a need that was real in the lives of people. You said you looked at healthcare and looked at the isolation center. Edibia says she repositioned her food and looked more about people's concern about their immune system. What would you say about the kind of understanding that is required to be able to thrive in a time like this?
I think for the entrepreneur as well, resilience. Times like this really test you. And the thing is, when you're shaking, it's your foundation should be so solid and your core should be so solid that you don't panic. You can't afford to panic because, you have workers you're paying, you have bills you're paying. So the first thing that you do is take your notes and, start strategizing and start putting together those things. And I liked what you said about the person who saw the gap, knowledge. And I think that sometimes the clients need to be informed. So this is not the time to panic, but, for instance, the program that we're on right now is, if you're listening in, great tips that we're all sharing. So definitely you find out what your other peers are also doing. But this is the time where, you shouldn't sit in your comfort zone, especially if you had a business that, was kind of doing okay. This is not the time to be comfortable at all. So this is just, like I said, also new doors are about to open, but sometimes you find that doors would open in places that you actually never even thought of. But that would only happen when you get out of your comfort zone and you start looking in areas that ordinarily you would never look.
Constance, let me go to another point made by Adobia that I find very, very interesting. She says, pre-COVID, her value chain or the supply chain had 80% of business coming to them and 20% being deliveries. She's saying that now it is 80% delivery and 20% coming to them. That is almost like literally shredding your business, as Kelly called it last time, shredding your business plan and rearranging the whole thing. What would you say to that?
Exactly. So you see how quickly she was able to adapt. So for instance, if you had maybe you were running an Okada business, nobody is really out there. So this is an opportunity where you can turn your Okada business into delivery services. So that's what I'm saying, that flexibility, agility comes in. You have to quickly adapt. And I think businesses that are able to adapt very quickly are the ones who would be at the forefront. So it's all about adaptability and flexibility. And you need to be so quick that by the time you blink, you find that your competitors are actually at the forefront. So you really can't afford to sit down and be comfortable or be complacent during times like this.
Constance, let me take you on two other points that you made that I find very, very interesting. You're saying that this is not a time where you should keep to yourself, connect with people, make calls that you typically will not make. And then you let fly a word that I found very interesting. You said you literally bulldoze your way, and you use the word bullied your way to get a job. What kind of skills does a person require in marketing in a very tough era like this?
So, Albert, when I made that phone call to the isolation center, the first thing that they asked me, so have you done any orders for hospitals? And I said, well, no, but we're fabricators, and basically we fabricate anything. So basically, I'm just looking for an opportunity for our company to be able to, share or show what we're capable of doing. And I think that Brazil nature, it's like, wow, she's so confident, so those sort of skill sets. Then I walked in and I said, yes, we can do this. They came to visit the factory. Have you done anything like this before? I said, no, but this is what we do. So they said, okay, well, do you have the measurements? I said, well, I can go on Google. I can do this. So I went on Google, found out the measurements, did 1 or 2 prototypes, 3 prototypes, and they approved it. And we got an order for 105 pieces, bedside cabinets. And that's when I realized that, wow, before COVID, I would never have thought that, wow, there's an opportunity in the medical furniture area. So that's when I realized that, wow, there's so many opportunities, but because we're so comfortable doing one thing, you just never think that. So for us, it's opened a whole new manufacturing line for us. Very exciting time for us, actually, as a company.
I'm sure that if you picked your plan for 2020 that you probably had on the 1st of January, there would have been probably no mention of hospital furniture and nothing about revenue from that area. Looking back now, 4 months into the COVID situation in Ghana, how would you describe the year 2020?
A year to remember. Very interesting. But you see, sometimes, a lot of the time, life would throw challenges at you, but it's how you adapt to those challenges. Those trials would come. And as I said, it's, when it comes, it's not meant to knock you down, but it's only meant to strengthen you. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. And so for organizations as well, this is a time for you to, revisit that strategy, something that you thought, I would want to do. Maybe this is the time for you to start looking carefully at, those business plans and just, it's okay. It's okay to fall, but don't stay down too long. You have to quickly get up. And, for myself personally as a business owner, I looked at my workers and I'm like, there's no way you're going to be laying off staff. What are they going to do? So this is where, as a business leader, you have to, look within yourself, those leadership qualities. If they're all looking up at you, you can't let the company down. So, of course, it was quite a lot of sleep there, but sometimes when we are truly uncomfortable, that's where the discomfort leads you to the next step of your growth. So discomfort is also growth for me, I would personally say.
Discomfort is growth, and those are the thoughts of Constance Swanika. Constance, it's always a joy to have you on the show, and thank you so much for making time to join us.
You're most welcome, Albert.
Right. So if you're listening tonight, those are the thoughts of Constance Swanika. She says, number one, don't panic. Is the most interesting one. Don't panic, because it's so natural to panic at a time like this. She says, number two, revisit your notes, all the learnings that you've been filing in your book that you never got the chance to look at. Comfort, I'll ask you which of these is your favorite. First, don't panic. Two, revisit your notes. Three, change your strategy. And so, like Adibia said, she was doing 80% eat in and 20% delivery. She's now doing 80% delivery and 20% eat in. That probably means changing everything, your resources, your even personnel, training, everything. The fourth one, inform your clients. She says that sometimes the clients just need to be helped to know what is available and to understand what is happening, and information is a key. Is key in this regard. Number five, present yourself with confidence. So you will go to places that maybe the people who are there are better than you, or you will find that you will go to places you haven't done it before, or you haven't done what they're asking you to do before. But your confidence in your presentation will stand you in good stead. Number six, respond quickly. Quickly. Those who are responded quickly are those who are thriving. Those who kept asking what happened are still asking. And you'll find that very strongly represented in episode 3 of the core program presentation that's out this week, Doing Business the New Normal Way. It starts with the story of Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. Look out for that presentation. You'll enjoy it. Tremendous. Number 7, networks. She says, make calls that you have not made before and that you don't normally make. Connect with people. Keep your network very well oiled. And number 8, she says, scan the environment. Keep looking out for where opportunities are, and they may be outside your regular area of interest, but that could also be where the breakthrough will come. She ended by saying, discomfort actually is opportunity. A big thank you to you, Constance Swanika. And let me tell you something. The project she mentioned, the isolation center, was my adopted project for my birthday on Thursday, and so I want to say a big thank you to all of you who did so well donating to that center. It's just a joy to see the private sector lead an effort to build a multi-million-dollar facility to save lives and to provide opportunity for 100 people at a time to be cared for in a purpose-built, the first purpose-built infectious disease center in the country. Beautiful, ultra modern, just about to be opened, and it's just a joy to see it done in record time. So if you did not hear on Thursday that we all came together to donate, please write down the number *718 *25 *219 #. Let me see it slowly, please write it for me. *718 *25 *219 #. And here's the deal. If every listener to the virtual university donated 10 Ghana cedis tonight, the center would have some more money, because right after Accra we are going to Kumasi, then we go to Tamale, then we go to Tadi. Imagine if we did this by ourselves without any donor funding, any support from anywhere, just ourselves as Ghanaians building this for ourselves, and the quality is as good as anything you will find anywhere in the world. And I'm sure we'll look at a documentary one of these days on that beautiful project. So it's *718 *25 *219 #. Just donate 10 Ghana cedis. It will do something. If you want to find our website, just go to GhanaCovid19Fund.com. When you go there, you can donate either by Momo, by Visa, or MasterCard. Please make that donation for God, for country, and for your brother. Just do something today, and we shall be very grateful. A good evening to my brother, Senyor Hosi, spearheading this effort in a remarkable way. Senyor, you are a good man, Senyor Hosi. And your wife, Gloria, celebrated a birthday on Friday. Myself, Thursday, herself, Friday. That's what the Lord can do. Right, comfort. 8 ideas shared by Constance Sonica. Constance has a very, very strong spirit. which of them caught your attention?
I believe the one about your strategy. Looking at your strategy is very key.
Right.
What happens there is that you are able to see whether you are in a position to meet your client's needs. And if you realize that you're not able to meet your client's needs, you have to adapt. Because if you don't, you are in trouble. And so the strategy is really key to me.
What I find interesting, Comfort, is that you are talking to sometimes people from the same industry, hit by the same crisis or the same pandemic. And one talks about how they responded, and one talks about how they are struggling. What is the difference, Comfort?
Coming from a position of faith, I would say faith first. And that faith helps you say, okay, things are bad, so what? Do I throw up my hands, as in my case, do I throw up my hands and say, there's no hope? Or do I say, because of God, I can make it? And therefore see how I can make it, and look at what response I give to my clients, the response based on my team members, the response based on what I deliver to the community. If what I deliver to the community is so key, it's so needed, it's what makes the community go. I know that I can't throw my hands in the air. I have to find a way.
So when you say faith without works is dead, so you can have the faith, but your strategy must obviously speak to the situation.
Yes. So my strategy will be based on my faith.
Wow.
Always. They don't separate themselves. The faith leads me or guides me or forces me to find a way to change what I'm doing in order to meet the current threat or the current opportunity that the market presents.
So you're saying that your faith gives you an outlook that does not give up, and that tells you something can be done about the situation.
Definitely.
All right. So let me go for the game changer segment with Jojo, and then when I come back, let's pick out a few more lessons, and then we'll be wrapping up for today. This is Springboard, your virtual university, brought to you by Legacy and Legacy Enjoy 99.7 FM. We are proudly sponsored by MTN Pulse, Just B, the Enterprise Group, Enterprise Your Advantage, UMB Bank, UMB Speed Up, D Bank, Let's Go, and the Access Pension Trust, your reliable partner in pensions. Our support also comes from the Graphic Business, which is our print media partner. Let's go for the game changer segment. When we come back, let's wrap this up right here on your virtual university as we talk about COVID-19 and its impact on artisans. But I have a feeling that even people who are not artisans are learning very critical lessons from the experiences that we've shared. Please don't go away.
Hollywood is known for three things: bright lights, big names, and bigger budgets. The average Hollywood blockbuster costs a mind-blowing $100 million to produce and market. So what do you do when you're an aspiring filmmaker with no budget? This week, our game changer is bootstrapping. For the last 3 years, Nigeria's Ikorodu boys have been recreating Hollywood's biggest movies shot for shot with nothing but a camera and a wheelbarrow full of creativity. The brothers direct, act, and shoot the videos in their neighborhood using homemade props and their everyday surroundings to replicate million-dollar sets. Their innovative work has won them many admirers, including Hollywood stars like Taraji P. Henson, Chris Hemsworth, and Dwayne Johnson. In fact, after a remake of the movie Extraction, its directors, the Russo brothers, invited the Ikorodu boys to attend the premiere of the sequel. The Ikorodu boys show us that creativity can't be confined by checkbooks. So how do we bootstrap our next big idea? Step 1. Ideate. Your mind is the ultimate resource. Step 2. Take stock. What do you already have that can help you get started? And step 3. Avoid outsourcing. Do as much as you can by yourself. This quote from author Mokokoma Mokonoana gives us perspective. Having the least usually forces us to make the most of what we do have. This week, the dollar must not define our dreams. Let's get creative and bootstrap them into reality. This has been the Game Changer with Jojo Okran. Have a phenomenal week.
Jojo Okran, that's the man. He says creativity cannot be limited by checkbooks. Charlie. It's 5 minutes to the hour of 8 o'clock. This is Springboard, your virtual university. We're looking at the impact of COVID-19. We've been looking at the impact on artisans, but I have a feeling that you've learned something very, very interesting. Comfort, what would be your one big takeaway from the show tonight?
Interestingly, my one big takeaway comes from Jojo's segment. I mean, the fact that they used local props and creativity in a wheelbarrow. So then we can't say that because we don't have funds, we can't find a way out of COVID. Let's look at what we have in our kitchen, what we have in our bedroom, even in our bathrooms. We'll find something that we can use to market our products and services to our clients, and who knows, your client will be so well impressed that the person will say, okay, now I give you more, and that is the beginning of the door. So let's have our creativity in whatever we have, whether it is wheelbarrows or it is lorry tie.
All right, so that brings us to the end of our virtual university for today. My own takeout, I'm struggling between two things, and both of them were mentioned by Constance Swanika as well as by Edubia Ayesi. Edubia seems to have brought COVID-19 under control. So if I say under control, I mean she's managed to turn her business around as a result of, and I've been spotting Native Bar Restaurant on Facebook doing some very exciting stuff. But what I think has happened with Edubia is she's spoken the language of people's concerns by saying this is not just food, this is boosting of your immune system. So you're eating the food and you're saying this is not food, I'm eating immune boosters. I think that redefinition of the product is for me the biggest takeout from this whole adventure, that the same thing that you do can be given a new identity, and that could be the beginning of your business going to a whole new level. Let me remind you of my special appeal to you to support the Ghana COVID-19 Private Sector Fund in the project they are doing to build 100-bed infectious disease center. Donate 10 cedis or more today, and you can do that by dialing *718 *25 *219 hash, and that will be the opportunity to donate. Also, you can go to the Ghana COVID-19 Fund.com and you can donate either by a Momo or Visa or MasterCard from any part of the world. I want to say a big thank you to you for joining us tonight. Let me remind you that on the core program this week, we are looking at doing business the new normal way. Now, this is how you can participate in the core program. Just bookmark core.com.gh. That website has been 0 rated by MTN as providing quality educational material. And a big thank you to Solomon Adebo and the entire MTN team and our brother Noel for making this possible so that the people of Ghana, the young people of Ghana, can learn unlimited. So go to core.com.gh, lock down that website and visit there weekly to download the videos of this training program. The good thing is that the videos come also with free workbooks that you can work with. If you have a question about the core program, this is your WhatsApp number that should also be stored on your phone: 055 153 5533 055 153 5533. Visit our Facebook page called Core Program and share with us your thoughts about how these interesting programs are being beneficial to you. Let's cross over to beyond the lockdown as we look at the facts, science, strategy, and the politics of the increasing COVID-19 cases. My name is Albert Okran, and on behalf of Team Springboard, God bless you, and God bless you. Good night.
I've come too far. I'll do what I have to do.
It cannot be used to tell the situation in any country. It is the active case